Hey, Miss Brenda. Hey, Pamela Campbell. Hey, KB. Hey, Balloon Junkie. I am well. How are you? Hey, Miss Judy. I know a lot of you guys are fresh off of Still Classy's live. Judy, how are you? I am prepping to get some gifts done. Hey, Betty Tracy, welcome in. Hey, Miss Terry. Just doing a little bit of prep work. I've been getting some things together today as far as goals, getting a plan together, um, starting to put concepts together. Well, not really put them together, but I went to storage yesterday and pulled out a lot of my core items. So I laid those out, the things that I bought over, and I've come up with some things to make with them and all that kind of stuff. So it's been an interesting day, I can tell you that. Had to go out and get another heat, what do you call it, the balloon pump things. I was blowing up some of those heart trays that I have, and my pump went out. So I had to go get another one. Hey, Miss Rose. So in the last probably 6 months, I think this is the third balloon pump thingy I've went through. And of course, I know the Dollar Tree ones are not the best quality. I did the same thing today. Yeah, I know they are not the same quality, but I hadn't. It was serving its purpose. It was doing what I needed to do. So I said I was going to invest in a better one at another date. So the jury's still out on that. I probably will, especially considering I do plan on incorporating balloons and stuff in my gifts going forward. So I will definitely get a better one, but I had to get something for right now. So I got that little thing today, and so I'll go back and finish blowing up the rest of my things. Balloon Junkie says she did the same thing today. Hey, Miss Rosebird, welcome in, welcome in. So, I don't know if you guys can see this. I am, hey, Shamira. Hey there, always have faith. Hey, y'all, hey. How y'all doing today? Welcome in. I am filling up some sandwich baggies. Hey, honey. What we cooking? We're cooking rice, honey. We are literally cooking rice. Well, not literally cooking rice, but I'm messing with rice right now. Um, I'm trying to make some weights for the bottom of my things. So I was warming up some gumbo and stuff because I don't have no rice. Give me some of that rice. I'm waiting, literally waiting on my daughter right now to come and bring me some gumbo. Um, so yeah, I feel you. I mean, I feel you on the want to have gumbo, but yeah, me want some, right? um, hey, Miss Sally, I hope I spoke to you. But yeah, I'm just putting some rice in some baggies so that I can use it as weights for the bottom of some of these gifts that I got going on. I'm gonna work on, I have large tub gifts out. So I went in, pulled out 10 or so tubs, and I pulled out several bags of plushies. And I literally put them on the floor and walked around with my bag of plushies and dropped the plushie into the bag. I mean, into the box. And before I get to going any further, I was like, here, let me stop and make my foundations and do all of the things. And then that way, as I add more items to it, I'll know exactly what kind of space I have left. So that's what I'm doing right now. Rice is very versatile. Weights, heat pads, dry, wet phones, etc. Yes. I heard you guys were using some of the basket makers are using rice as a weight. So I was like, well, that is pretty cool. Hold on one second, you guys. My apologies. Let me see what the child wants. Where she got my food at? Hello? Okay. Okay, bye. The gumbo's arrived. Hold on, y'all. Let me let this child in. Uh, Thank you, darling.
You gotta cook the rice.
Okay.
Right here.
Love you too. Good night. Yes, gumbo. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Uh, Hold on one second. Let me re-up on my rice. Since I got this open, let me get as much of it going as I can. Um, this is actually rice that was in a, I don't even know what to call it. It's like a big 10-pound bag of rice. Look, some kind of way it got left in a bottom cabinet at a relative's house. And I was like, hold on a second. I can use that rice. So I got it. But just how old it is, it's starting to, the paper, the coloring and stuff is coming off of the plastic. It was stuck to like the, I don't know what it was stuck to. But nevertheless, the rice itself, it's not for consumption. I just need the weight of the rice. So, of course, being a basket maker, I had a use for the item that was being discarded, but I needed to make sure I came home and immediately put it to work so that it won't just be in my house. So there's that. Just re-upped on our rice. Let's get these baggies off of here. And I'll sit back down and talk with you guys. Alright. Let me see. I missed a lot. Rice is very versatile. Shamira. Miss Sally says, so you used rice instead of sand? Yes, because rice was free to me. And so I used that as opposed to purchasing anything. I almost had the grandkids out there finding me some rocks. But we don't really have rocks in our yard like that, on our property like that. And so I was like, well, we'll find something else. So I was going to get some of the pebbles and all of that stuff. But then I was like, I really don't want to buy something that's just being used for this. And instead of running out to buy something, I waited. And it just happened to be that there was rice being thrown away. So I'm using the rice. The other thing I was using before were like some of these little stones that I got on sale at the tree store. But I went back looking, and these things are not 63 cents or 66 cents or 68 cents, whatever the price was before for these 2 bags. They're not that anymore. At another store, I didn't find any more at the store I was in. It was just those 2 bags. So that's what I was using before. But now we've graduated to rice because I can get way more rice than I can those little stones. Okay, says Vonnie. Hey, what's up with the thumbs up? Let's go, y'all, says Balloon Junkie. Thank you, Balloon Junkie. Let me like my own live. Oh, and skip to my live, to the front of it. Thank you, guys. We got 37 in and 24 thumbs up. I appreciate it. Miss Rose says, hey, Melinda. Loretta says, hey, S. Marie in chat. How's everybody doing tonight? I just left the altar from Still Classics Live. She really preached tonight. She did. She did. She got y'all right on together. Notice I said y'all. Woo, baby. Notice I said y'all. But yes, that was a very good live. I was on my way back from picking up the rice and some other things um, at the beginnings. But then by the time I got here and signed back on, it had went into a totally different direction. I was like, oh crap, here they go, here it go, here it go. But yes, it was an awesome, awesome live. And I'm so glad looking at the comments and hearing the responses. It seems like a lot of people found needed that. So I'm glad that she was able to provide that for the community. Balloon Junkie says, "Hey love, I miss Still Classy not getting notified." Oh no, Balloon Junkie. She had church tonight over there. Yes, she did, Rose. Hey Crystal. Nove laughing. Add tap to add tape to the seal of the baggies. I had some come open before. Yes. I was going to put tape on them, and I'm also going to wrap them up kind of sort of so that my people won't see just a bag of naked rice down at the bottom of their gifts if ever they make it that far. But yes, I do plan to add some tape to them, and each of them is going to be wrapped. Um, this is one of the little packets that I had the rocks in. It's just some extra craft paper that my cello rolls came in. So I just wrapped it around here so they won't see a literal bag of rocks in the bottom of their stuff. So that's what they're going to end up looking like, little packages, and they'll just be sitting at the bottom of the gifts. But yes, ma'am, thank you, thank you, thank you. We will not let anything go to waste. We will not. We will not. Hey, Chrissy. Hey, Divine. How are you, Nicole? Welcome in. Rice is a great deal. Yes, goodness, Pebbles. I was happy. I was happy. I'm probably using way too much, but and these things that I'm doing, I'm finna use this with. It's really not all that top heavy. They don't have really tall backers and all of that kind of stuff. So I don't really have to worry about them catching a lot of wind and tipping over. Um, but they still need to have a little weight at the bottom. So I'm gonna put some in, maybe not 2 packs. The ones that I really need to make sure they're secure is when I start getting to the taller gifts that have a taller backer on them, because those are the ones that are more apt to catch the wind and get blown over if they're not weighted down. Hey, Baskets Beyond, welcome in. What's going on? Nothing. I'm filling up some baggies with rice to use as weights in the bottom of some of my gifts. I'm working on large tub gifts right now. Or should I say I'm staging for large tub gifts. So in an effort to get my foundations done tonight, I wanted to make sure I went ahead and got my rice together so that I can have all my foundations together. And tomorrow it's just a matter of going through and building out the gifts. So that's what I'm doing right this second. Hey, Miss Lillian, welcome in. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a cute package like that. Who said that? Miss Rose, the first time, like, not the first time, but the other day when I was on here talking about those rocks, I had put those rocks in a little Ziploc bag. And I literally just put them in the bottom of the gift. Just like literally put them in the bottom of there in a bag. That was it. And I was like, y'all, I don't think I want people seeing rocks at the bottom of my gift. And everybody was like, well, I mean, it's just the bottom, that kind of thing. And it dawned on me after I got off live. I was like, girl, if you don't wrap those rocks up in something and not just leave them down there. So it did not occur to me, and nobody in the comments said anything. I was like, nah, I know they're not going to just have me out here looking crazy in these basket making streets with a whole bunch of rocks down here at the bottom of this thing. But it was not you guys' fault. It was, of course, easier to be like, why they was just gonna let me do that instead of being accountable for my own forgetfulness and not realizing that that was not the way I wanted that to look. So I thought that was super funny. So yeah, we went back and wrapped them up, and the ones that I had stuck them in that already had the rocks down there, I had to go back and open them up again and fix those rocks because I was like, I can't do it. I ain't no way in the world I'm finna send nobody no gift with no rocks that you can see down there, you know. So yeah, that was that. All occasions. Hey, all occasions gifts. Miss Rose Bird said we need 13 more likes, and that'll make the likes match the watchers. I show we have 43 on and 36 thumbs up. So thank you guys. Hey, Miss Tonda and Miss Donna, welcome in. Welcome in. It's awesome to have a live. Oh crap! I'm dropping rice everywhere. Oh no, you're definitely better than me. Why, Rose? You was gonna put it in there like that? It's awesome to have so many people in the community that's willing to share and talk about the things that are, basket making related things that's affecting them in real life. So it was a pleasure to watch and listen to you guys engage and talk about the shopping of it all and the no shopping and all of the packs that were made that we're going to back off of the shopping and all that kind of stuff. That is absolutely amazing. Um, the only thing I have to say about that is, of course, you guys keep your eyes on your own paper. Yes, if it's an issue for you and that you need to work on or whatever, then definitely work on that. I will say, however, that everybody is not in that situation as far as the shopping of it all, the addictiveness and that kind of thing. Um, so there's never going to be a time where there's not going to be a basket maker out shopping or doing whatever. And I don't think that's what she was implying. But I don't want you guys feeling bad about getting the items that you need. Everybody doesn't have massive stockpiles. Some people are needing items to actually go and create concepts and finish doing the things, even at a first year or whatever, you may actually need some stuff. And that's understandable. So I don't want you guys feeling any kind of way about getting what it is that you need for your business. Um, should a lot of us back off? I'm pretty sure we should. But the reality of it all is people are going to do what they want to do with their own money and operate their business the way they want to. And so we all have different goals. We all have different business structures and plans and all that kind of stuff. And I don't want this to seem like, because I'm a shopper, and have been a shopper for forever, that I didn't take heed to the information that was being passed. I absolutely did. But I also know that um, a lot of people get themselves worked up about stuff like this. And if you need to change it, then change it. But don't feel bad if you actually need to go out and get product. Rose said, yes. Basket says, I once used the rocks from DT, the colored ones in the craft section. Yeah, that's what I had the first time. These little stone things. I found some that were cheap, so I used those. Hey, Miss Vanita, welcome in. Baskets Beyond says, I definitely need to stop shopping. Yeah. Definitely, definitely. And I have, to an extent, so I get it. I get it. I'm not encouraging anybody to continue shopping. That's not it. I was just saying for the new basket makers or the people who, this may be their first Valentine's Day, all that kind of stuff. Yes, all of it can get overwhelming and we can do way too much. But don't feel no kind of way like you're not going to be welcomed in the community if you're still out shopping or whatever. Because honestly, you guys, if nobody's out shopping, then what in the world are you showing? Are we watching each other create gifts that we're all LLCing from each other? I mean, it's like it's so many facets to that. So let me just leave that where it is. I'm glad you guys had an enjoyable visit over at Still Classy's house. I enjoyed the live thoroughly. Let's get those up there. So that's awesome. We got that done. So I can wrap these and drop them in the bottom of my gifts. I actually could have done that now, but I don't want y'all hearing all this paper going on. Um, Paper tearing and rattling and all of the things. So that's quite a bit of weight. I'm loving that. Absolutely loving that. That's what I needed, some weight. Um, what else was I doing? Now, we were talking earlier today, yesterday. Did I go live? No, I didn't go live today. Rachel beat me to it. She beat me by like 10 seconds. I was just about to hit the live button and she popped up. So I was the first one in the room. I was like, girl, thank you so much for going live because that saved me. So I was able to work and do some other things, which was a good thing because I got a lot accomplished today. So I'm happy about that. Let's see what we got in the chat. I need to stop, but I just Hobby Lobby. I just left Hobby Lobby. Oh well, right, Miss Melinda? Child, it beats like that. Any good sales, Balloon Junkie? And when are you doing another live? Says Baskets Beyond. Hey, Miss V's Designs, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. Miss V, look what I got. I've been pointing at everybody with this little thing too. Miss V was the one that I saw using this little pointer first. I was telling you guys I saw it on Miss V's live. Well, she's in the chat. So we've been pointing things out left and right over here with this little pointer finger, and I think a couple of other people in the community have gotten them also. So it's going around, Miss V. Everybody got the little pointers. I'm threatening grandkids with them and all. So yeah, I'm loving that. As soon as I get organized again soon, I want a pointer, right? That's what I said. When I saw Miss V's, I was like, hold on a second. I want that. And as soon as I saw her with it, I remembered seeing it in the doggone tree store. I was like, I be passing that by every time. But yeah, we had to get us a pointer. Y'all laughing. So last time we were talking about goals or something. I may have asked you guys, what are you doing? How are you planning to make the money that you want to make? Are you in a good place? Are you where you feel like you need to be with your gift creations? I've asked in a previous live, are you setting a goal, a monetary goal you'd like to hit? Are you setting a number of baskets goal that you would like to hit? And the reason I was asking that is because One Case Creation and a couple of other basket makers actually had been talking between lives and stuff like that, not personal conversations. I don't really talk to the other basket makers on the phone. I'm not really a phone person. I have to do a lot of work on the phone, so I don't talk on the phone a lot. Just throwing that out there. But anyway, we were talking about the fact that a lot of people are expressing frustration and not really knowing where it is they're going or where they should be, or feeling overwhelmed, not necessarily by their inventory, but just about the process in general. So, with us talking about that, we had talked last year. I think I told you guys that I had saw somewhere where they were like, if you have, we had 30 days, and if you had like 150 gifts to make, if you did, 5 a day for those 30 days, you'd have your number and that kind of thing. I want to encourage you guys to definitely look into that again this year. And also to look at more, even though a lot of people are doing this gift basket business as a side hustle, as a hobby, um, I think even those people, the hobbyists, the enthusiasts, I think even you guys would enjoy or see some benefits from a little bit more of a um, plan, a solid plan with regards to how you're going to be doing your gift baskets. Um, and by that, I mean not just saying, okay, well, I want to make, uh, you know, $20,000, and my plan is every day I'm gonna make, 5 gifts, or I'll just work on gifts every afternoon until I get it done. That's awesome, but in order to attain that goal, you may have to break it down a little bit more than that. Coming from a business background, analytical background, business management, Sigma Six, all of that kind of stuff, I do or have done. Was a subject matter expert at restructuring companies and things of that nature. And one of the things that I would be tasked with is coming into a new company and hearing from the officials, the top people, the direction that they wanted their company to go. Then I would end up going in and dealing with a lot of the actual employees, whether it be different levels of management, everybody from the least skilled, least trained person all the way up the ladder, and get a good feel for what it is their job entailed and the things that they were doing. From that, we would come up with a plan as to how to make that company become more efficient, more successful, bring in more sales, make more collections. It just all depends on what company I was doing that for. And so um, by doing that, we ended up I would end up having to come up with a plan, like I say, and then roll that plan out to all of the employees there. So that would also include writing training manuals, doing PowerPoint presentations, getting people in to actually make sure everybody's trained similarly, that kind of thing. And the reason I'm telling you guys all of this is that one of the things that I've learned is having a goal is awesome, but having um, an attainable goal, a broken down goal, or a goal with actual steps, action plan steps, makes it a little bit easier for you to do. And you guys may say, well, S. Marie, it hasn't necessarily been working for you. Well, I hadn't actually been doing this much planning with regards to my business. Like I told you guys before, I had allowed myself to take my eyes off the prize and get enamored by all of the shiny things that the YouTubers were doing and all of that kind of stuff, when in actuality, I really needed to be focusing on how to make my business more efficient. So since I have stepped back and really been taking some time to look at that kind of a thing, I was wondering if that's something that you guys think may help you. And with talking with some of the other basket makers, they do think that that's something that a lot of people haven't really grasped yet. Um, and so I may have the ability, may be able to get you guys from where you are to where you want to be. Um, and so I was just wanting to talk to you guys about that and get a feel for, I guess, some of your issues with regards to your basket making. Like I've heard people say, I have so many concepts that I want to do, but when it's actually time for me to work, I'm just sitting there and I'm not doing anything. Or I go to make baskets, and instead of me knocking out 20 for the day, I get 3 done. That kind of a thing. So I was just realizing that it may be because we don't necessarily have a plan, that we may not be able to attain our goals because we don't have an actual plan to work out to get us there. So let me check on the comments and see what I'm missing. I have to remember to stop talking and look and see what y'all talking about. Uh, I love my pointer. I didn't like showing my hands, right, Shamira? My hands always be ashy. I told y'all, every time I'm up here making gifts, I'm washing my hands, like scrubbing them, because I don't want the residue from like the oils and stuff from the lotions on my tape showing fingerprints and all of that kind of stuff. So every time y'all see me design, my hands gonna be ashy. Not to mention the fact that my skin is just ridiculously dry anyway. But yeah, so I ain't even worried about it no more. Um, Miss Lillian says she got one yesterday. Hey, check your battery life. Oh crap, what we got going on? Yep. That is crazy work. Why in the world does this thing keep doing this to me? Maybe it's because I'm trying to get trying to get these files off of here. Yeah. Did it go away? Are you guys here? Oh no, you're back. My bad. Thank you, Loretta. I appreciate you because I did not hear it. I have one from DT and the one that extends from Amazon. The one that extends from Amazon, Miss V, I didn't know nothing about that. Honey, I saw the pointer at the end of the live. I was at the Dollar Tree looking for it to be 25 cents and left it. No, ma'am. They were however much they are. I think they're like 125. Vanita says, that's funny. I have about 3 pointers in the drawer that I haven't used since I retired. What? Hey, Taylor May. Welcome in. Hope all is well. Lonnie said, you had me looking for them things in family. Yes, that's what I'm doing now. 5 a day is minimal. Okay. Sadana says, hey, y'all. Hey, Sadana. Miss V says, one of my main focuses will be marketing and business strategies. I suck in those areas. All right, Miss V. That's good to know. Balloon Junkie says, I really need it. Loretta says, yes, I need help with that. Yes, please. That would be awesome, says Baskets and Beyond. Miss V says, that would be awesome. You really hear conversations about business. You rarely hear conversations about business plans, mainly the glitz and glam sides of the business. Yes. Miss Sally says she needs it. Excuse me, she needs it as well. Loretta says, S. Marie, will that be a private group? I don't know, Miss Loretta. I had not worked that part of it out. I didn't. I wanted to kind of gauge where we all are. I guess the logistics of the private group type of situation would be that everybody's crunched for time, so it's kind of hard to get everybody together at one time to sit down and look at it. So I'm trying to kind of think if I want to make a video, and that's going to be an issue in and of itself for me, as I am. That's kind of why my phone's battery life is not good. All of my devices are completely filled. So I have this one hooked up to the laptop, and I'm transferring files off of my phone onto my laptop as we speak. So hopefully that will alleviate some of the drain on my phones so that I'm actually able to do a video. I guess I could technically do it on my laptop, but I've never done that. So but yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's just the logistics of it all. And I don't want to really take you guys away from your basket designing. It's one thing for me to be talking while you guys are working and all that kind of stuff. But it's something totally different to just be like, hey, stop what you're doing and come look at me. So I don't really want to do that. But yeah, I think it can be. We're gonna have to work that part of it out. Miss Vanita said yes. Divide says we're here, we're back, we're still here. Okay, good. I got my pointer when it was still $1. Ooh, very nice. Miss V says yes. They extend like the antenna. I will share my Amazon link in the community post, please and thank you. Miss V says that's what I have to do. All my drives are full, all of them. It is so frustrating. One thing I realized is I need to stop taking so many pictures. I have photo shoots with my gifts, and it's like I'm taking all of the pictures, multiple sides, all of the things. And yes, all of that comes in handy when I make my pamphlets and I do my online advertisement and all that kind of stuff. I'm able to slice up, cutesy little videos to put online and all that kind of thing. But the reality of the matter is they can be sucking up all the storage on my phone. I have to be able to still function with them. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, we gotta get it. We gotta get it better than this here. Could you do a Zoom? I may be able to. I don't even have Zoom. I mean, I don't have a subscription to Zoom. I know you can do them for free over there. Vanita says, my problem is that when I retired, I had lots of time. Since then, I've re entered the workforce. And Tuesday, I started a new job. I just finished my 2 weeks for my last job. Okay, okay. Well, congratulations on the new job, Miss Vanita. Shamira says, the pamphlets is something I would definitely like to put together. Yes, Shamira. So that's kind of some of all of that. The pamphlets kind of segues into marketing, marketing strategies and stuff like that. How to get your product in front of other people, in front of more people to increase your sales, that kind of a thing. And there's been a little bit of a debate with me and some of the other people I deal with uh, about what's most, where do you work at more? Like when you worked a 9 to 5 for somebody else, do you think you did more work at that job, or do you think you do more work for yourself? And I guess it's a little bit different with the basket community, considering everybody's not, a full time basket maker or whatever like that. But even at that, I tend to feel like it's more difficult to run your own business because all of the uh, responsibilities of that business, the product design, the selling of the product, let's say street sales for us, the shopping, the construction of the baskets, the marketing, taking pictures, the trying to get new accounts, going out and dealing with, companies and showing your product and, sales pitch, kind of showing them what you can offer them, how you could be of service to them. All of that stuff is falling on the person that's running the business. Whereas when you are working for somebody else, they give you a set list of duties for you to do for this money that they're going to pay you at the end. So I tend to think entrepreneurship is a lot more involved, or you work harder at that. And a lot of people do that because, of course, it's something for themselves. But I think it's also because it's just so many different facets within that confined that makes you really have to look at things that you don't normally do. Marketing and sales and all that kind of stuff was never my thing. I never wanted to sell anything. So much so that even when my children brought home the little, what's like the popcorn that they used to sell, and get people to order this for the fundraisers for the school and stuff like that. We didn't do none of that. I wasn't having my kids go door to door asking nobody to buy popcorn. I wasn't finna go ask my friends and coworkers to buy popcorn. I wasn't doing it. So I would just cut a check because I'm like, we're not doing this. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't want to do the selling of it. I didn't. I feel like if I have a product or if somebody sees a product, they're gonna buy it. It doesn't require a lot of selling to get most people to buy things that they want. Sometimes it does, but most of the time it doesn't. So um, we have a lot of different things on our plates, whether it's phone storage, inventory. Collection, inventory organization, inventory cleaning, inventory, all that kind of stuff. It's a lot more for you to do when you're working for yourself. So I think that's why it's sometimes easier to just focus on the part that you can do and the part that you do well. Of course, we hear that, hey, I need to order myself some business cards, or I need to post on social media and that kind of thing. And yes, you absolutely do. But at the end of the day, are you actually spending time doing that kind of stuff, or are you still making gifts because that's what you know how to do and you can actually get those things completed? So is I guess taking it from a hobby to more of I can't say legitimate business because that's not the correct word, but moving it more into a business realm as opposed to a hobby or a pastime or whatever else you want to call it. So Shamir says definitely more work for yourself. We are the head of all departments. That is correct. It's more difficult being self-employed due to you being everything for the business. Yep, that's what I think as well. So don't beat yourself up about it. It's just a matter of realizing where you are with the situation and coming up with a plan to get you from where you are to where you want to go. And that's something that I was paid really handsomely for doing for 20 years. So that may be something that I'm able to bring to the table. Um, as I'm not the most creative, I'm, all of the things, but that part of it, the business part of it, Yeah, I've dibbled and dabbled enough to be able to kind of guide you along at the for the beginning stages and give you a feel for, I guess, how we can keep it from being a huge task to small manageable bites that we can complete and get us to where we actually want to go. And by the time we look up, we will actually have completed the huge task without even sweating it. We'll make our 20K goal without us sitting here worrying about constantly how am I gonna make the 20K? How many gifts did I make today? You know what I'm saying? That kind of a thing. So that's kind of where I'm going with it. Hey, Kanol, welcome in. Um, so in saying all of that, I guess the next thing is to figure out where. We figured out the why we want to talk about it. Um, and the when is pretty much immediately. But I need to figure out where and how we're going to get this done. So, like I said, I could make a video. I could make a video. I don't really have the time to sit here and get a PowerPoint presentation together and map it all out for you guys. That's usually something that I do. But yeah, ain't nobody finna do that right now. So it would probably be best for me to talk you guys through it. But in the same sense, I would like interaction. I would like to be able to help you in real time. I'm telling you, okay, well, what's your goal? And somebody says, well, my goal is, $1,000. Okay, awesome. That's your goal. But you know me, I'm going to encourage you. Okay, if you got $1,000 goal, let's see if we can push that to 1,500, or if we can push that to 2,000 without you having to come up with any additional concepts or any of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it would be beneficial for me to know that I'm actually addressing issues that you're having in real time than me putting out a video, you watching the video, leaving comments, and then we coming back and trying to address those things. So that's kind of what I'm excuse me, that's kind of what I'm toying with right now. Um, let's see. Shamira says, I'm tracking. Vonnie says, all right, financial advisor Riri. You have your pointer. I do have my pointer. I do. PowerPoint will be so much fun, you guys. But no, we're not gonna do that. So I think I have a pretty solid understanding that that is something that you guys are wanting to do. I just need to figure out the logistics of it all. We could get into it now, but I don't know, considering all of the other information that we've had today, if that would be appropriate, if you guys have the mental space for this. And then some of you all have already thought about some of this, so you may not need all of the steps. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of, I guess, my difficulty with trying to teach or train or do something over the internet, because I have to kind of be able to gauge where you are in it, or should I say, in the past, I've been more successful when I'm able to gauge exactly where everybody is in the process, so that I can make sure that the information I'm providing you is for your benefit and it's going to help you in your particular situation. Um, yes, what I need. Sounds like a great plan. Thank you for wanting to help us. Thank you for wanting to be helped. That's an awesome, awesome thing, you guys. I mean, some people are just going to be out here doing whatever it is they want to do, and they have no, you know, desire to make it a full time business or make it a larger business than it is. Of course, we all say we want to make more money, but are we willing to put forth the effort to actually get us there without stressing us out? You know what I mean? So yeah, it's an awesome thing to know that you have an area that you're lacking or an area that you can improve upon, and acknowledge that and be able to receive the information, put it in practice, and actually see some benefit for yourself from it. And I think that's something that will actually help, because we can throw out these number goals and this money goal and all the rest of this kind of stuff, but if we're not focusing on smaller chunks of it, then it's still going to be unattainable, or harder to obtain, I guess I should say. Loretta says, I'm all in. I need all of the steps from the beginning, please. Gotcha baskets and beyond. Y'all have a blessed night. You as well, Nicole. Thank you so much for coming in. Do you want to wait till after Valentine's sales or before? Oh no, ma'am. We need to be talking about this right now because at the rate some of us are going, we gonna have 15 baskets on our table and be sitting out there talking about I didn't make my $10,000 goal. Of course you did not, because you got $195 worth of product inventory gifts available on your table to sell. So no, ma'am, you did not make your $10,000 goal. You did not hit the $20,000 mark. So yeah, that's kind of the thing about it. I don't want you guys looking back at this and being like, man, I could have been, would have been, all of this kind of stuff, because it's I don't think it's a hard concept to grasp. I think once I explain it and you start looking at it, you can get it. It's just going to be how dedicated are you going to be to putting any of it into practice so that you can better or easily attain your goal. Nave says, if not now, when? Right? To be honest, this is my first time ever making a plan and strategy to get a money goal. I did it, and it was a weight off my shoulders. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I totally agree. Soon probably would be best way to deliver the information because you have share your screen, get feedback and engagement, and you can record it for the replay. Okay, thank you, Miss V. Yes, I need this ASAP. Right, Miss Vanita? That's what I say. We ain't finna wait around. Miss V's Creations, welcome in, welcome in. It's literally crunch time, right? And we ain't got time for that. Hey, never in a million. What's going on? She said, "What y'all doing up in here?" Uh, I'm fussing at them again about planning. Well, not really. I need to stop this blurt, not random stuff, because y'all gonna be like, this shit here. But no, we were talking about making a plan and actually making a plan to achieve the goals that they're setting for themselves for Valentine's Day. We keep hearing these money amounts and this certain number of gifts that they plan on making, but from it goes from that to, well, now that I'm making gifts, I'm only I haven't created a lot of gifts today, type of thing. So I'm like, okay, well, we need to really start looking at the actual plan of it all. Never in a Million has definitely shared a lot of information with regard to the business aspect of it as well. So if you guys have not uh, been following her or watching her lives, you actually have to listen. You go into her live, you see her making the pretty gifts and all that kind of stuff. That's awesome. But you can't be skipping through it and fast forward and all the rest of that. You actually have to listen to the lives, and that's for a lot of people. Listen to the video because there are gems being dropped all through those videos. So if we're taking the time to make the videos, then you guys are going to have to actually take the time to listen, and then uh, listen to the information that we're given. And even after you listen to it, you still gonna have to put it into practice. We can't do it for you. We can tell you how we're doing it or how you can do it, but we can't do it for you. So you're still gonna have to do it yourself. And that's another reason why I don't like giving a whole bunch of information and stuff, because if I spoon feed you, you're never gonna get out here and look for this information yourself. And it's one thing to teach somebody something or tell them something. It's something totally different to teach them something that they can go out and do for themselves. And yeah, I can. We've been taught how to make gift baskets. Some of us do it naturally. Some of us had to be taught. I had to be taught. Um, yeah. Let me just leave that alone. Let me leave that alone. Hold on. I already saw where my mind was going, and that's not this conversation. It's literally crunch time. Hey, Miss Angela Norris. But yes, Never. I was just talking to them about the planning of it all. Go watch Never in a Millions video. She has talked about a way in which she makes tallies after she comes up with her plan. She makes her tallies to make sure she's creating gifts to get to the overall goal that she's wanting. Um, I was watching some of Bagged and Bold. I think she was talking about a plan. I did not finish watching her live. I mean, her video. So I do apologize for that. And I don't know if anybody else has really been talking about the planning of it. I know Boss Lady Fee has talked about it on a lot of different um, videos, but it's more of a segmented something. It's more pertaining to whatever she's showing that day or whatever she has going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily a full look at the plan. It may just be okay, well, today we're taking tallies of how much inventory we have. So she's showing, different steps as far as how she's making notations, how she's going through and counting up the gifts, how she's keeping up with her totals, that kind of a thing. Um, but you kind of need to do a little work in advance of before that, before you can actually really see the benefits of doing all of the other stuff. So that's why I was like, you have to watch all of the stuff, and I don't think everybody's watching all of the stuff. Nobody really has time to watch all of the stuff. So it's just kind of like, okay, if I can give it to the ones that want to listen and who want to do this, then I think it will be helpful, because I keep hearing you guys talking about how stressed out you are. And I can't talk because I was stressed before myself. So I'm trying to make sure I'm not in that situation again this year. And so, with that being said, I did sit down and make out several different plans for myself. So I was like, I don't know if other people are doing this or not, because y'all sitting up here asking me how many gifts I'm making, how many gifts I make, and nothing to do with how much money I'm finna make. You know what I'm saying? Well, it actually does, but y'all understand. I think y'all get it. Hey, Miss Angela, talking about how to grow our business, never in a million. Hey, y'all coming in? Okay, great topic. Miss V says we have church again. We having church again. I think Nim did a whole layout video of this last year. Very nice. I'm gonna have to go back and see what Miss Never in a Million has laid out. There's no use of recreating the wheel if it's all there. If anything, we will have a watch party and we'll go through and talk about what it is she's laid out and how you can implement that for your business. So yeah, if there's something already out there, goodness knows I ain't the one to recreate the wheel. But we'll check into that also. But thank you, Vonnie, for letting me know. Miss V says, Never in a Million and Basket and Boat. Yep. This is Shamir. I ain't finna do I'm not finna do this with you today, Shamira. You are Vonnie. Look at y'all laughing. Hey, Still Classy. Welcome in. Welcome in. I really appreciate the knowledge, each and every senior basket maker. I haven't been in the game for a year yet. However, I got 2 years worth of inventory. Well, that's part of it, Miss Loretta. That is part of it. Knowing where you are and realizing that you're actually in a place that you can get some information. So yeah, definitely. Um, yes, bagged and bold. Gotcha, gotcha. Never says yes. Start with the plan. Bagged and bold. Hey, bagged and bold. I didn't even see you in here. We was just talking about you. I was just talking about you. Kind of, sort of, not really. It wasn't that bad. Bagged and bold says yes, S. Marie. The biggest tip for newbies is to keep track of spending. That helps to keep me in check. Yep, 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 yep. My problem, Crystal says, my problem is I need a setup and someone to transport my baskets. I did try paying somebody, but they were not dependable. So that's why I didn't sell on the streets more. And I understand that, Crystal. I definitely understand that. Having the health issues and all of the things. I understand that. I understand that. You guys know how many gifts I be making in order to go out on the streets. And so for this past year, for me not to be able to really go out there and conquer it like I have in the past years, it was very disheartening. However, I feel like where there's a will, there's a way. So I actually have a listing, or not really a listing, but I have put up a um, post on my social medias asking for people who may have time to assist. I am also running this by some of the younger people in my family. I've noticed that they're calling and asking for money and stuff like that, but ain't none of them calling and asking if I got any work for them to do. So if y'all need some money, it seems like y'all need a side hustle. Y'all need a gig. Y'all need some way to make y'all some money. So won't y'all come over here and learn the tricks of the trade? Not that I'm interested in creating competition for myself because I feel like there's enough out here for everybody to eat. But I do feel like that is a way that we may be able to get us some assistance. So I'm looking into that. One of my younger relatives, it's not necessarily the most receptive. However, a friend of hers was there when I called her, and that little girl want to do it. She want to do it right now. She's ready to start work and all of the things. So, there are people out there. We just have to figure out, think outside of the box, and that may be something that we can kind of crowd fund, crowd share, and try to figure out other ways to get some of the basket makers who need assistance on the street how to get us some assistance on the street because I need assistance on the street. I usually go out with a large number of gifts. So I be needing that. Security and all of the things. So yes, I totally understand that. Back to Mo said, hey everybody, Miss Rosie says happy Saturday evening, S. Marie. Hey Miss Rosie P. Never in a Million says, hey Bag and Boat. I thought you were going to sleep. Never I told you. I'm just taking a lay down break. Not a lay down break. Never says, S. Marie, I'm finna find the videos which I talked about my tracker. Thank you. She's probably already gone looking for it. Loretta says, okay. Crystal, can you sell out of your car? Maybe just an idea. That's an idea also. So Crystal was saying that my problem is a setup and someone to transport my baskets. I did try paying people, but they were not dependable. Yeah, that was what was that, Mother's Day? Yeah, Mother's Day, I went out for one day. We left kind of early. I think the weather got bad. And then the next day, I ended up waiting for several hours for my help to come, and they did not. So I ended up going it alone and sold absolutely nothing. So I feel you. It created a lot of stress on my body because I was the one out there lugging those gifts back and forth and doing all of that stuff. And that's not something that, I typically do. That was something that my hired help did. So with me not having the help, I had to do it myself. And so, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. So somebody was asking, had you thought about selling out of your car? Crystal says, I don't drive anymore. Okay. Yep. Yeah. So, yeah, we're going to, I tell you what, Crystal, um, have you thought of posing that as a question or doing that as some type of content for yourself? And by that, I mean making a post or a video talking about some of the difficulties you've had with finding decent, reliable transportation or people to help you transport your gifts and assist, and seeing if some other people in the community may be experiencing that. Because I am now. I hadn't before, but I have this past year, and seeing if they have some information or a way that they're doing it. But definitely, I would see about maybe some younger people. Um, you could possibly even consider hiring out somebody who's able to come and do the street sales for you. Um, I don't know if selling from your home is something that you're comfortable with. I am not, so I understand if you are not either. But just trying to kind of figure out or see if other people have some ideas as to how that how to alleviate that issue for you. I'm racking my brain on a daily basis trying to figure that out. So I think that's something that would need to be considered as well. Uh, Basket says, my husband helps me set up, then he leaves. I'm alone. I can't even pee, which means I don't drink either. I understand, Baskets and Beyond. I understand. Yeah. Now, for those of you who are out alone, it's really hard to get good help. It is very hard to get good help. You would think that it is not, it would not be as difficult as it is, but it absolutely is. Um, what was I finna say? Oh yeah. Um, Now, as far as those of you who are out selling by yourselves, see if you could get somebody to come and relieve you. When I was out there by myself, I tried to coordinate different people to come at different times to relieve me for different reasons. Um, I wanted whoever may have been looking from across the street or wherever to see that people were here with me at some time. I wasn't just going to be out there by myself the entire time by myself. Um, Family, friends, relatives, church members, a neighbor, um, those kinds of things. I think there is strength in numbers, so I think that's why some basket makers prefer to sell with other basket makers because they can kind of watch each other's back and, help relieve each other and that kind of a thing. Um, But if you can get your church member or your girlfriend or somebody to come out and give you a break, if it's nothing but 10 minutes, and I've even told people, you ain't got to sell a thing while I'm gone. Like, literally sit here and make sure people don't walk off with my stuff. And all they had to tell them is I would be back in 10 minutes. And usually the people were still looking around by the time I came back. So it's just a placeholder. You don't have to go out and really, do all of the things. I'm not asking you to actively sell my gifts while I'm gone for an hour. I need you to sit here while I go to the bathroom, you know, uh, take a heat break. I mean, like whatever the case may be. So yeah, that may be something that'll help. I don't know. Miss Loretta says, I'm preparing myself for Valentine's Day. However, I'm having surgery on the 29th, which means I'm going to be in the same boat. Yep, yep. Very interesting. So I was waiting for Never to come back with her link from the one I think Vonnie said she did last year. So she said she was going to get the link. So we're going to get that one put in the chat. And then that way, if nothing else, you guys can go over to her channel and check out that video. We can all refresh ourselves with what she laid out. Like I say, it's not my intent to recreate the wheel. If it's already been laid out, then we may be able to just add a little something to that if you guys even need that. Never in a Million says, oh, wait, I missed some. Hey, Miss Nene, welcome in. Pray all is well with you as well. Blessings to you. Miss V says, the Chicago weather in the winter is very challenging for street sales, and I'm in the suburbs of Chicago. It does not allow street peddling. Very interesting. Never says, my video on what helps me was business chat, maximize holiday sales, strategies for a profitable year in the gift basket business. If that ain't the best title ever, that's the best title ever. So yeah, we're gonna go over to Never in a Million's house and check out her video. Baskets and Beyond says, I'm in New York. Temps go down to 30. Street selling is tough. Yes. Bagnabo said, amen. Thanks, Never in a Million. Yes. Let me see if I can get her. Let me see if I can get a link. Let's go to Never in a Million's house. We're going to go to videos. And I know that you said, was it last year? Vonnie said something was last year. Business chat, how I price gift baskets. Nope. Business chat, where I've been. Vendor events tips. Nope. So let's search Never in a Million business chat. And that did absolutely nothing. Why did that do nothing? Oh, because I have spaces in your name? This is a bunch of crap. I need them to have a better search bar than this. find nothing with this mess. I can't get jiggy with that. Oh, I found something. Being seduced by the shopping, buying strategies. Oh, never be on our behind, y'all. She got all the information out there. She be on it. Turn one-time business into loyal customers, new offerings, new clients, how to grow smarter, mathing profits, managing inventories. Yes, ma'am. Oh, business chat, maximize holiday sales strategies for a profitable year. Very nice. I think that's the one you said, if I remember correctly. Hold on, y'all. I gotta wait for Never's ad to go off. I'm gonna make sure my sister gets some on me. All right. I'll watch at least one ad. Hold on, y'all. All right. Let's skip it now. Profit Unit Gift Basket Business. This was put out July the 14th of 2025. Let's share it. Is that how you share? Copy link. That's what I wanted. And let's go back to my live. Change it back to all messages. Now I'm going to put Never in a Million's link in here. So you guys can go and check out her video. Thank you, Never in a Million. It's not a glamorous video at all, girl. No, ain't nobody asked you if it was glamorous. I need the information. We need the information. That's all. But thank you. It's crazy how we be our own worst critics. It's crazy. And can identify that in other people, but then we sit up here and have negative self-talk. But I be calling out other people. Don't talk to yourself like that. Grant yourself some grace. Then I'll be up here saying all kind of weird stuff to my own self. That's crazy. Never in a million. Loretta says, thanks, never. Now that's a tight, right, Miss Reed? That's what I was like. Boy, if that don't tell you exactly what you need to know. Yeah. Never says, I don't know what was said on the video, but I saw my tracker in the video. Okay. Hey, L. I'll watch the replay. Cool beans. Crystal says, I'm going to see how it goes. Be pretty. Have a friend. Stay in my area. So she's supposed to load. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you all for the suggestions. Thank you, Crystal, for sharing. And we're going to keep you in our thoughts with regards to that. And you definitely keep us updated. And like I say, don't be afraid to ask in the community. Somebody may have a method or a way that they're doing it. They may be in a similar situation, and this is what's working for them. Not to say that is going to work for you, but it's something for you to at least check out. It may be something that you hadn't thought of. So that's why I was encouraging you to see if anybody else has any information for you, because I don't have the answer. I'll be the first to tell you if I don't. I don't have the answer, honey. I wish I did, but I do not. Give me a little time. I might come up with some, but right this second, I have not figured that out for you. That's good news, Crystal. There's the link, bag to mode. Nave's got the checklist going. Still Classy says it doesn't have to be glamorous to be informative. Exactly. Thank you so much for sharing. Oh, you're more than welcome. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for putting that information out there, because, honey, we need it. We really, really, really need it. So, as to not recreate the wheel and not keep us up here a ridiculously long time, I have put Never in a Million's link in the chat. I suggest that you guys click that link in the chat. So once you click it, it's going to take you out of here and over to Never's house. So once you get there, like the video. If you've already liked it, long as what I want you to do now is go over there to it so that it's in your history. So after we get off of here, you can go to your history and see that you were just at S. Marie's Live. You were at Never in a Million's video. You were at Still Classy's video. So if you look in that history, you'll be able to say, okay, let me go over here and watch Never in a Million's video. So you watch it. We're gonna figure out what it is she's instructing us to do. I'm gonna refresh myself, so I'm going over there to watch it as well. And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about this and figure out if there's even anything else to discuss. If you guys still have questions, if you guys even need any assistance after we go and look at this super informative video that Never in a Million took her time to create for us. So I think that'll be more of a game plan for the immediate. We're gonna go watch our video, and then we're gonna come back and talk about it. We ain't coming back tonight. At least I ain't. But next time I go live, we will talk about it and figure out what our next steps are. Yeah, I think that would be a better plan of action for tonight. What y'all thinking? What y'all thinking? She says nothing happens when I click on it. What? Do you have to be off this live? It's not taking us to the video because it's not in blue. What the world? Well, I put it up there. It shows that it was in blue. It doesn't show it now. Why can I put my own link in there? I can't even type on this thing. Hold on. Miss Loretta says me either. Oh, y'all. That sucks. Couldn't tell me I hadn't figured out the master plan. What is the problem? The link is not working. Huh. Well, I tell you what, I just told you that the video was July the 15th of 2025. So, do I have to show you guys how we're going to go over to Never's house and scroll through her through her videos until we find it? That's what I'm going to do. That's what I just did. I tried to put the actual title in her search thingy, and it didn't necessarily work for me. So let me try it again, because I didn't put everything. I just put Never in a Million something something, and y'all saw that didn't work worth crap. So let's see. Got a handy dandy notebook. Let's get us a fresh piece of paper. This is Never in a Million. Business chat. Maximize. Holiday sales strategies for a profitable profitable year. Now let me see if I search that, if it's going to come up directly. Let's get all the way out of here. Go back to home. In the search bar, I'm putting business chat maximize. I want to see if it's going to take you guys to it if I put the exact title in here. Because that's what Never in a Million went to get for us, is the title. And she put it in there. Okay. Boom, y'all. Literally, if you type in business chat maximize holiday sales, the first thing that pulled up was Never in a Million's video. Let me get back over here and see what y'all are saying. Y'all probably figured it out already, and I'm just behind the lead. Plus, it's your name, S. Marie. What? Hold on. Okay, I see links not working. It took me there. Is this a Never in a Million video? Yes, it is a Never in a Million video. I'll post it on my community post. Thank you, Never, if that helps. Can you or she do a community post? Because it's your name, as Marie says, Baskets and Beyond. Link didn't work for me. Hey, Shauna. Welcome in. Triple M Gives. Hey, welcome. Thank you. You're welcome. So did you guys try to search it by the actual name in YouTube? because it's not letting me post it. Let me try again. Let me try again. Let's see. Share. Copy link. Let's go back. Can you repeat, please? Yes, ma'am. The title of the video. Nope, it didn't go up blue that time either. The title of the video is Business Chat Maximize Holiday Sales. And that's all I put in there and hit search, and it came up. Hold on, I see y'all typing. Homework. Homework, watch Never in a Million's video titled Business Chat Maximize Holiday Sales from July of 2025. Never in a Million says she shared it to her community post too. This video is sponsored by S. Marie. Thank you, Never in a Million. We needed it. We needed it. Hey, Miss Stella, welcome in. Hey, everybody just came in. And I tried it, and I just typed Never in a Million Maximize Holiday Sales, and it came up for me. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, yes. Can you repeat it, please? All right, I think we got it, you guys. Never in a Million has also shared it on her community post, so you guys can get that over there. Also, for those of you who are not following her, here is a link to her channel. So you guys go over there and follow Never in a Million. Well, crap! I can't do nothing over here. It's not making. Oh, okay. It made Never in a Million thing right. Hold on. Let me see what the other one did. Side. Ew. Very nice. I'm loving that. Miss V says thank you. Lonnie's celebrating. Hey, Shamira. It popped up when I typed it in. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, guys. Well, I think we have our homework for the however, whenever you do it. Like I said, we're going to go over to Never's house, watch her videos, see what all information she has shared, and then we'll chat about it sometime in the very near future. Y'all know me. I could very well go live again tomorrow, although my entire living room floor is filled with concepts right now, and buckets and bears and purses. Oh my. But nevertheless, I always have to take a break from that. I can't just do it, back to back to back. I have to take me a break. So that's when I sit down and take a break, I come up here and chat with you guys or handle other business or whatever the case may be. So we could go and chat about it sometime in the near future. But I want you guys to go over there and take a look at it because I think that will help you with the planning part of it. And hopefully I or Never in a Million or Bagman Boat or somebody that is in the field of helping can get you from where you are to where you want to be. So we may be able to fill in some blanks for you or rephrase some things if it's not clicking. So I think that that's something that may be helpful. Great. Thank you, S. Marie, Never in a Million. Good night, everyone. Great night, Baskets Beyond. Miss Loretta says, good night, all. Thanks for everything. Thank you for coming out. Thank y'all for hanging out and listening to me. And yeah, taking it with a grain of salt. You know, we're all in this together. We're at different levels and all of the things with regards to our business and inventory amounts and business strategies and all that kind of thing. But I honestly think a little bit of planning and a little bit of organization with regards to the business aspect of it will really help you reach the goals that you're trying to reach for your selling season, selling year. Enjoyed the convo tonight. Thank you. Yes. So I ain't fussing. I ain't fussing at y'all like Still Classy was. I'm just playing. I'm so just playing. Y'all please don't start. And y'all better not send me no text message or no email about this either. Y'all be tripping. Vonnie says good night. Great, much needed this. Oh shoot. Dog it, I just stuck that in my finger. Oh, come on. Okay. So, yeah, this is going to help a lot. Yes, yes, yes. A lot of us. Great night, Elle. Vonnie laughing. I know, Vonnie. I know. Y'all will realize. Y'all will realize. It's just a business in me. Even after 10 years of retirement, I still find a way to get in somebody's business and try to tell them how to run their own business. You know what I'm saying? So some things take a long time to work out of your system, and I can honestly say that is something I still do. You come to me with a problem, baby, we're gonna find a solution for that. We're gonna get it fixed in all of the things. Shamira says that's the live I missed. Yes, that's the one you need to go back and see for real too, Shamira, because she was on y'all. Notice I keep saying y'all. She was on y'all. Y'all better not be in them street shopping. I'm just playing. Because I'm going tomorrow, actually. I'm not. Never good. But Triple M says good night. Going to Never's house. Awesome, awesome. Social Mary, oh yes, you already know. You were here. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, guys. Well, we'll get at this a little bit later. I have plenty of things written down in this notebook. The hell, did I just lie? Because I don't see nothing in here. Oh, okay, I was going to say, this might not even be the notebook. I'm glad I ain't sit up here and try to tell nobody nothing because there wasn't nothing in here. But no, there is some information on here. So we'll get it together. And shout out to One Case Creation because, like I say, we have talked about this a couple times and that kind of a thing. So, yeah, uh, until we chat again, you guys be awesome. And, yeah, peace and blessings. I think that's it. I can't remember what else I want to tell you guys. And Vonnie said laughing at me. Going over to Never's house. I see some more of you guys have dropped off, so that means we're heading over there. I love your spirit. Thank you. Thank you, Melinda. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. And as soon as I get some space on my phone, Melinda, I have a Happy Meal video that I'm trying to record, but I can't really do that because my phones are full. So I have not forgotten. I did receive some Happy Meal from Melinda, the balloon junkie, and I want to share it with you guys. But yeah, like I say, I ain't got no storage, so I can't record crap else. I can't take another screenshot. I can't do nothing else. And half of my chats are not chats. Text messages are not even coming through anymore. My emails have shut down because all of that is full. So yeah, I'm in a little bit of a crisis. So yeah, I got to get these things freed up. So yeah. Thanks, Esmerino. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, don't until we meet again. Sign off. All right, Shamira. See y'all later. I'm gonna go. Look at Nove talking about dang. Yeah, it's bad, Nove. It's bad. I had 17,000 pictures uh on one phone, and that was actual pictures, not screenshots. Those were pictures and files and things like that. So between the rentals and the baskets and the Other business ventures that you guys don't know about, yeah, I have a lot of pictures on my devices. I have three devices. You guys only see me with two most of the time, but I do have three of them, not to mention phones and tablets and things of that nature. So, yeah, there's a lot of business that still is being done over here, even though I don't work for other people anymore. So, yeah, I still do quite a bit. So, that's why y'all don't see me making baskets. That's why y'all will see a basket sitting on my table for 1 day, 2 days, three. I've been working on cosmetic cases that you guys have seen for like 3 days now. Have I done other things? Absolutely. I've actually created like 7 other gifts today alone, but when I come back to talk to y'all, it's still this cosmetic case up here. So it is what it is. But I'm finna go because I'm rambling now. Hour and 26 minutes. We have 54 thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. Y'all have a great rest of your night. And I'll chat at you again soon. Peace and blessings.